So it's 2025 and another school year is starting, and this time you want to have an academic comeback. And not only that, but to also have an easy time in school while having time to do other things. Well, I've been in dental med school for almost 3 years now, and I've been using this system to simplify my school so that I had time to do other things, such as working out as well as running this YouTube channel. So, here is how to start your next school year strong. First, in order for your school year to be strong, you'll have to allocate most of your thinking into studying, meaning that it's important not to waste mental effort into the organization of school. Being stressed from studying is enough. No need to be stressed from organizing your school. This is where developing your study infrastructure comes in. So a study infrastructure is essentially a system that helps you organize all the tasks and projects and deadlines, as well as being a sort of routine for your studying. Having a study infrastructure essentially makes your life so much easier to the point where you don't even have to worry about exam dates or assignments and etc. You can just pretty much follow a set routine. When developing a study infrastructure, I've split into 3 systems: your study database, your study system, and your study routine. This trifecta plays a very important role in your school year, as developing your own study infrastructure can help reduce workload and stress. So let's get into the first part, your study database. Your study database is how you handle your physical or digital files and archives of your study material. And it could be anything. It could be your file organization, your digital database apps such as your Notion, Google Docs, or etc. Or you're just plain using Microsoft Word. I don't know, you do you. For example, my Notion acts sort of like a database where I store most of the information that I have for different subjects. Although I also do use Obsidian from time to time, though it really depends on me. While I don't necessarily take notes, the organization aspect of Obsidian and Notion makes them really great databases for me to keep my study material. And this doesn't even have to be limited to digital files. You can even have an organization system for your physical documents too. For example, I got this physical document sorter from online. It's a very cheap product and you can buy one from your local seller or, I don't know, Amazon or something. When organizing your study database, it's not about the apps that you use to study, but instead how you organize your study materials. The most basic way to organize your study system is to have an archive system, such as having a file system for your subjects and your school years. You can just simply have a system of folders in your computer that contains the different PDFs and study materials and etc. on different subjects under different years. If you want to go the extra mile, you can even use specific apps that you can use to organize your school material. I've been using a combination of Notion and a folder system to organize my study database. My folder system is mainly for organizing all my assignments, PDFs, and study materials, all separated in school years as well as separated in separate subjects. You can set up a hierarchy of folders that goes like this: school year, then subjects, and finally your school files. However, if you want to put your files on the cloud, you can use Google Docs or Notion for this. I've noticed that a lot of my classmates organize their notes in single documents, such that one subject would just be in one document, so whenever they review, everything is there. They would typically split the notes into multiple sections and include the contents of the topics in each section, your typical note taking. You can also apply this systemic approach in other apps outside your computer. For example, my GoodNotes apps have different folders for different years in college, and each notebook is for different subjects in my course. If you want to be physically organized, like I said, I would highly recommend a document organizer. It's essentially a file organizer where you can keep your documents. At the end of the day, having an organized system for your files and your school material is very, very important. And once you've hit that, it's time to move on to the next step. Your study system is essentially the process of how you study information. This includes the different study techniques that you use while studying, as well as the different apps that you use for these studying sessions. For example, when I'm trying to memorize a certain fact, I utilize the 5 minutes technique, and for the application app itself, I use Anki. I recommend watching my How to Get an Academic Comeback video where I briefly discuss the different techniques when studying different subjects. If you want to have an organized study system, you can use a mind map website like Milanote to visualize your study system. Here's an example of a study system in which you can essentially follow the arrow through the process we made ourselves when studying information. For example, if you're like me and you're taking a medical course, there will be a lot of memorization. But it's even different from there, as dental students also need to practice their practical skills unlike medical students who tend to focus more on the massive heaps of factual information. Now, it highly depends on what course you're studying and for the different subjects you're taking. Now, I highly recommend researching a lot for the study routine that you have, and I also recommend not really deviating far from your preferred comfortable method. As much as people say that there are effective study methods better than others, sometimes to some people it just doesn't work out. For example, I have friends who tried using Anki, which is a flashcard app that uses spaced repetition, and active recall, which is proven to be effective. But in the end, they just didn't really like the app and they just preferred their own study method. Anyway, for a quick summary, here's what my study system looks like. If my professor gives out handouts to what we're studying and she gives out PowerPoints, I usually don't bother taking down notes and I just convert straight into Anki flashcards. However, if my professor does not provide any sort of material for the subject, then I start encoding everything in Obsidian or Notion. Usually I'm using Obsidian now. And once I'm done encoding in Obsidian, I try to read and blurt out the information, then I convert it into flashcards. And whenever I'm reviewing, I just review my flashcards, and I also use GoodNotes in order to mentally conjure a mind map from memory. The goal of having an efficient study system is to have as little friction when studying the information as much as possible. That's why I try to convert everything to flashcards right away. However, please remember that most apps are just supplemental and are not a quick, easy way to learn information. If you want to learn and truly memorize and understand the information you're being fed, then you'll have to really teach yourself the information, and you should be able to explain everything into a 5-year-old. You'll only truly know if you've mastered a subject if you're able to distill the information you've learned and pass it to another person with no problem. And finally, the last step to this infrastructure is your study routine. Now, what's the difference between a study routine and a study system? From the name, they might sound similar, but your study routine is the routine that you go through before a study session. Because let's face it, I know that everyone just cannot be bothered with studying every now and then. Sometimes we're just on our beds, lazy to do whatever. A study routine can help you get into the focus zone without requiring you motivation. Now, making a short routine is very easy. The key to making that transition is a simple change in environment. I highly recommend visiting a workplace that you can study in. Usually when I want to study deeply, I go out of town to go to a workspace where I can focus on studying for hours and hours. Of course, not everyone can access specific workspaces, so instead of that, you can even have a dedicated area for your studies in your own house. If you're limited to your room, well, your desk can be served as your study place. Try to make it clutter-free and clean so that you don't have to be worried and distracted or anxious about the mess. So before you head into your next school year, I recommend really setting a study environment for you to do your studying. And yeah, having these 3 parts of this study infrastructure and you have a pretty much set system for your next school year. And trust me, following this system to a T will make your life so much easier. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and a quick thank you guys. We just hit 300k subscribers. I couldn't be more grateful. So yeah, more content coming your way, and I'll see you guys in another video. Don't forget to drink your water. Bye.